first down at Stanford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And the Lions first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
32. Pilot, 64, Weeks.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Stanford, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie is Philip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The shotgun snap for Stanford. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go!
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun. Stafford looking deep now for Amendola. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end. Hey, echo. Chopper, fire.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied, 14-14.
Lady! Get the ball! 21!
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. I'm here all day. 51 the mic.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard, Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, Locke. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Bravo. X3. 218. Chopper. Check my 40. I got it. Lead grip.
Locke now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
On the ball.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On second down now, it's Lindsey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Going deep for Montgomery. He's got it at the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun. Prater. The quick slant caught. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Second and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, 54.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's third down.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Smith.
40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike.
Throwing his lock on third down. He'll find Lindsey here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Donut. 10-2 side. General West.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
34's a He's coming. Check in. Check in.
Check 61. Matchbox lights. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Prater. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Lady.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brothers down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And my goodness, another interception. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Adam Gotsis. Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Complete to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 17. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hey, exit. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, high 7. Yes. 40's the mark. Switch up. Get it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. To Montgomery to begin the drive. The 40, 30, And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Oh, yeah!
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
I got you. Under 10.
Protein spill. Big grip.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
To throw on third down. Prater. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Go.
Get ready. Get ready. Kill.
Greystone, travel. Hey, zoom. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Floating one incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, box drop. Yep.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From midfield, here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
On 3rd down, Locke. Room to run inside the 40. He's got this complete to Hamilton. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Locke. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They'll try the option on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready, ready.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to